So today I wanted to film a quick eyebrow tutorial and show you guys how I fill in my eyebrows on a daily basis. So basically I don't have my eyebrows tattooed. I got a surprising comment yesterday on Instagram asking if I tattoo my eyebrows, and no, I do not tattoo my eyebrows, but I guess it was a compliment because if your eyebrows are tattooed, I guess they kind of look perfect, right? So maybe my eyebrows look perfect, but so I just wanted to show you guys how I fill them in. There's so many different ways you can fill in your eyebrows. I like to use eyeshadow. I don't like using pencil just because I feel like pencil just has a little bit of shine to the eyebrow, and I feel like it doesn't look as natural as an eyeshadow does. So that's why I use it. But then I feel like an eyeshadow just plain on brushed on my eyebrow isn't dark. Like I want something that's gonna stand out and be bold. I like really bold eyebrows. Eyebrow inspiration for me is, of course, my favorite, Katy Perry. She has wonderful eyebrows. Demi Lovato is a really big one too. Her eyebrows are absolutely perfect. And I guess another one, Lucy Hale from Pretty Little Liars. Her whole face is beautiful too, but I really love her eyebrows. So that's kind of the inspiration that I use on my eyebrows, and I try to make them look as perfect as I can. My best friend, she has really, really perfect eyebrows too. She actually has a YouTube tutorial on how she fills in her eyebrows, which I will post the link in the description down below. And she uses I believe a liquid liner with an angled brush to fill hers in, and then she kind of like goes around the brow to perfect it and like draw the shape with concealer. So she has a totally different technique, which obviously works out really well for her. So I would definitely check that out because she's cool too. She does really, really good eyebrows. And she also is a licensed cosmetologist. I actually met her in beauty school. She's one of my best friends, and she's actually starting out on YouTube as well. So if you guys can check out her channel and subscribe to her, that would mean a lot to me and a lot to her, obviously. So you guys should definitely check her out too. She's really good at that. So these are the things that you guys will need when filling in your eyebrows, or the things that I use when I fill in my eyebrows. So what I use, you're going to need water, because I like to use my eyeshadow. I dip my brush into water, so you're going to need to use water. So I put mine in this little shot glass. You can see some water. And then I use my eyeshadow from MAC, and it is called Brune. See, Brune, and it's just like a really dark brown. And then an angled brush. My brush is also from MAC, and it looks like this. So you can see the tip of the brush is tapered. So what I do is I take my brush and my water, which is in my little shot glass, and I dip my brush in there and kind of get my brush wet. And then I go against the side of my shot glass like this. And I sort of just like take off the excess water off my brush. And then from there, I just wet my eyebrows a little bit. Because my eyebrows do have foundation on them from, obviously putting my foundation all around my face. So that's basically what I'm doing right now, is just taking off my foundation. Okay. And then I wet my brush again, and I get my eyeshadow, and I just go all around my eyeshadow like this. So I'm kind of just like wetting the whole thing. And then once you have your brush wet and you have some of the makeup on the brush, you just start drawing in your eyebrow. So because I get my eyebrows waxed or threaded, I get them shaped. So really, I'm only filling in the shape that I already have. Obviously, your eyebrows won't always be 100% the same. If you do have eyebrows that are exactly the same, you are Jesus, because I feel like I have one eyebrow that's higher than the other, and then one, there's more hair on this side, and it's just like they're just never even. So basically, you're drawing them to make them perfectly even. So that's what I'm doing right now. But I don't have to draw much because the lady that I go to is fantastic and made a perfect shape for me. So what I'm doing is I'm dipping my brush in the water and then in the eyeshadow, in the water, in the eyeshadow, and I'm using the whole brush. Let me show you guys. So I'm using the whole brush to glide around the thicker part of my eyebrow. And because it's eyeshadow, when you dip your wet brush in there, it is going to soak up a lot of the water, so you are going to have to keep dipping your brush in the water and then in the eyeshadow again. So don't worry. Just make sure you don't get your brush too wet, because then you won't be able to get enough product on it and it won't be dark enough. And then as I go to the outer part of my eyebrow here, I use the more tapered side, which is the high part of the brush, which is this part. Like this. So kind of like that, but I'm not done with this very end part of my eyebrow. So let me just start on the other one. Kind of do step by step on both eyebrows. I don't just finish one eyebrow and then move on to the next one, because I feel like when I do that, they just never ever come out the same. So I just do one step on this eyebrow, one step on this eyebrow, the other step on this eyebrow, the other step on this eyebrow. That's kind of just easier for me, and it makes them look a lot better and as a finished product. So again, I use a tapered side on the outer edge of the eyebrow. Sort of bring it down. Okay, so now I'm going to finish the inner parts of my eyebrow, and you can see here that this is basically the natural shape of my eyebrow that the lady threaded for me. The last time I did them, I got them threaded instead of wax, and they just come out so much better, but it's so much more painful for me. So what I'm going to do is, obviously you can tell, well, I can tell, I don't know if you guys can tell, that this one is higher than this one. You guys see that? So what I'm going to do is draw more on top for this one to sort of even them out. So that's what I'm going to be doing now, is just evening out my eyebrows and then making the inner part of my eyebrow even. So I'm just going to get I'm going to use the whole brush, which is the point of the brush. So the whole thing right here as a width. And just go from the bottom of my eyebrow where they start. You can see right here. Just go up. So that makes kind of like a rectangular shape for the end of my eyebrow, which personally I like. I feel like my eyebrows look better with a rectangular shape at the beginning of the eyebrow. And then again, swipe up, and then I go across. Just like that. And then instead of gliding it across for my slope, I just like press it up here and then blend them together. So you can see that it's kind of getting its shape a little more. When you feel like your brush has too much water on it and your product isn't going on your eyebrow as dark as you'd like it to, what I do is I just get my brush and I just swirl it around the eyeshadow again to sort of dry out the brush and really liquefy the eyeshadow that I have, so that the product does go on darker. To really perfect my eyebrow, I just, as much as I can, I should say, I get my foundation, which I use Smooth Minerals by Avon, and I wear light beige. And I'm gonna get this is an all-over eyeshadow brush, but I use it to perfect my foundation, which I've said in my previous videos for any makeup tutorials that I've done. and I just get it and I just like sweep it. So that's what I do to do my eyebrows and fill them in. A lot of you guys say that they're tattooed, but they're not. They're just filled in with some eyeshadow and some water. So that's kind of what I do. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to me.